Israel, the innovation nation, is thriving as never before. Today, our biggest export is technology. Israeli technology, which powers the world's computers, cell phones, cars, and so much more. Dream of the future that we can build together. A future of breathtaking progress. A future of security, prosperity, and peace. A future of hope for all humanity. A future where, even at the UN, even in this hall, Israel will finally, inevitably, take its rightful place among the nations.
Introducing the King and Queen of Babylon. How much she hath glorified herself, and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. The king of Babylon is also known as the Assyrian, the Pharaoh of Egypt, the man of sin, Nimrod, the roaring lion, Satan, Lucifer, and the first beast of Revelation chapter 13. Prince Harry has over 50 calculations of his name that equal or reference the number 666 using 7 different forms of gematria, including Hebrew, English, and Greek, plus many other anomalies. It is this man that will sit in the temple of God and say that he is God. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So, when is this temple going to be built? According to the mapping of Daniel's 70th week, which lies exactly between Yom Teruah 2017 and Yom Kippur 2024, the daily sacrifice begins on the 30th of May 2018, which, according to Daniel chapter 8 verse 14, is 2,300 days before Yom Kippur 2024. The question arises, does the temple have to be completed before the daily sacrifice begins? The answer, which I will explain shortly, is no. However, the position of the temple's outer perimeter, or its building footprint, must be known before the daily sacrifice begins, so that the position of the bronze altar upon which the sacrifices take place can be determined. Deuteronomy chapter 12 verses 11 to 14 tells us that the location for the sacrifices must be in accordance with a place which the Lord your God shall choose. I believe this location was given to David when he built an altar as documented in 1 Chronicles chapter 21 verse 18, which took place shortly before the first temple was constructed by Solomon, as seen in 1 Kings chapter 6. This means that David's altar was in use right up until the time of Solomon's bronze altar, which in turn means that the third temple does not need to be completed before the recommencement of the daily sacrifice, since the daily sacrifice was an ongoing event during the construction of Solomon's temple. The question therefore remains, when is the Temple Mount going to be available, and more specifically, when is the Dome of the Rock going to be disposed of? Further analysis of the blood moon Tetrads provides a clue. The first full biblical day that modern Israel experienced as a nation was Pentecost 1948. From this day until the first blood moon in 1949 is exactly 333 days. The number 3 is a representation of God, since there is 3 persons in the Godhead, namely the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The rebirth of Israel was ordained by God, as foretold by Isaiah chapter 66, verse 8. However, the third temple, in an effort to emulate God, is an event that is orchestrated by Satan, who, according to Matthew chapter 16, verse 23, is concerned not with the things of God, but the things of man. The number of man is 6, and the number of the beast is 666. If we add this amount of days to the last blood moon in 2015, we arrive at the 24th of July 2017, which is the day of the new moon. Interestingly, the gematria for crescent moon in simple English is 144, the same for the phrase mark of the beast. I believe it will be this day that the Dome of the Rock will be destroyed for what will be a parallel September 11 event, bringing worldwide distress and labour pains. The 24th of July is 60 days before Yom Teruah 2017 and is a duration of time that would be sufficient to allow international intervention by the United Nations through the prince they have an existing covenant with for just such emergencies. The king of Babylon will come to the aid of the queen of Babylon and be her Messiah. It is believed that on Yom Teruah 2017, which is Hebrew for Day of Alarm, the first seal will be opened and Prince Harry will be given a crown to go forth conquering and to conquer. He will have a bow in his hand, and his arrows will be the mark of the beast.